What's up, witches? What's going on? Hi, guys, on Instagram. What's up? I'm not going to be on here for long. I just wanted to pop on and let you guys know that I'm live on YouTube right now, and I'm going to be answering people's questions about YouTube membership, about the book club, about the support group, and I'm going to be announcing the winners of the votes we had this week. So we voted on which book we're going to be reading first. What topic that we're going to pick from. We voted on when we're going to be having our meeting sessions and all of that good stuff. So if you want to find out who won those votes, what book we'll be reading first and all of that, then head over to YouTube. And if you have any questions about membership yourself, then head on over to YouTube. I'm only going to be taking questions from people on YouTube, but I just wanted to let you guys know in case you didn't already see the post that I'm doing this. Alrighty, so if you do have questions, please head over to YouTube because I won't really be talking to you guys. And when I get to the point where I start announcing winners and all that stuff, I'll probably turn this off. But I just wanted to let you guys know where to find me. Hello. All right, see you there. So what's up, YouTube? What's going on? Hi, witches. Hi, Lady Aries. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Eclectic Goddess. What's up? Hi, guys. I'll give people time to get comfy. What's going on? Hi, Danny. Welcome. What's up, guys? How are you? I'm excited. Polls have closed, and I have the results for the winners of everything. So, yes. Hi, Divination Witch. What's up? All right, it looks like YouTube's doing the thing and notifying people. What's up? And if you're just tuning in on Instagram, head on over to YouTube. That's where we'll be doing everything. I'm going to announce the winner of all of our votes, which includes what book is going to be the first book we read in the book club. And I'm going to be taking any of your questions about membership in case you don't know what it is, or more questions about the book club or about the Witches of Color support group, which has its first meeting this month too. So head on over to YouTube if you want to actually participate in the conversation. Hi, Bianca. Hey, Courtney. Hi, guys. What's up? It's good to see you guys. This is so different from our usual weekly live. What's going on? Is there something 19? Yeah. Okay. I think I got it. Sorry, I just had lunch. What's up? Hi, Christian. Hi. What's up, guys? All right. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I have been stalking the votes and the polls all week long, just being like, oh, who's winning now? And there have been a couple of votes that have been going like back and forth. People have been really like battling. There were a couple of clear winners right from the beginning. There were a couple of surprises, books and stuff that I did not think you guys would be interested in, but that I put on the list. And sure enough, you're interested in them. So I'm excited to announce everything. What's up? Hi, Instagrammers just coming in the room. I'm waving back at all of you guys. Just giving you all a chance to head over to YouTube if you actually want to tune into the conversation, if you want to ask any questions, if you want more information about memberships, the Witches of Color support group, the book club, all that good stuff. It's all happening on YouTube. But I just wanted to give Instagram folks a chance to join in case you didn't know we were doing this live. So for lunch, I had leftovers. I do that a lot. I'll make dinner and I make sure to have enough so that there's leftovers for the next day. So I made like a vegan, fake crumble beef, potato, like veggie hash thing with just like sauteed kale and spinach. So I think that was some spinach. Hi, Neophyte. Peace and blessings. Welcome, welcome. Okay, cool. There's like a bunch of you in here, and it looks like most people are off of Instagram. So I'm going to say bye, Instagram, one last time in case you didn't hear me. We are live on YouTube answering questions about membership, the book club, the Witches of Color support group, and announcing all of the results for the votes we did this week. So check you out on YouTube. Come see us there. Bye. All right, I'm just going to drop that onto Instagram and tell everybody to meet us on YouTube right now. Right now, it's going down. All right, so cool. I think Instagram people know to come meet us here now. Crystal said, I heard book club and got excited. Yeah, we decided to start a book club. So I'll back up a little bit. Well, let me just, is everybody good? Everybody's good. I see a lot of my familiar faces. My members are already up in here. Divination Witch, Anthony, Danny, Bianca, Portia, Deja. Everybody's already up in here. Hey, Deja, how are you, honey? We missed you on Monday. I hope you're doing well. If you are already a member, will you do me a favor and drop one of the member emojis, like the BronxWitch boom or on fire or whatever, any of them? I just want to see how many members are in here right now. I know there are some non-members here, so I will talk about member stuff, like membership stuff. Obviously, members already know this stuff because they already signed up, but just in case people are not even sure what the hell I'm talking about when I say membership, I will tell you just what it is. But first, let me just see how, there's 15 of you. How many folks are members already? Just drop a member emoji. Anyone is fine. And then I can sort of get an idea of how many people are already members. Okay, I see Deja, Portia, Bianca dropping emojis. Is my thing dead? Oh no, there it goes. Okay, so I see 5. Hi, Lady Aries. 2, 3. Lady Aries, there was somebody in here on Monday named Lady Leo. So you have a buddy, another fire sign. Okay, so that's like 6 members out of 15. Okay, so a good chunk of members, but a lot of you are not members yet. So that's really good. I'll be able to give you guys information on what membership is and all that good stuff. Yeah, I know, right? Lady Leo, when she came into the live on Monday, I was like, wait, is this Lady Aries? And you have like another page? But no, it was a totally different person. Anthony, you can't find your custom emojis. If you go to, I don't know if you're on your phone. I'm on my computer. So if you go to the bottom, welcome Rollins. Woo, 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 woo. Rollins just signed up as a supporter. Woo, woo, woo. Welcome Rollins. But Anthony, if you click on like under the chat on the left, there's like a emoji smiley face, and that's where all the custom emojis are. So you can pick custom emojis. I'm going to drop all of them. There's 8. I'm going to drop them all in the comments so you guys can see them. Boom. Those are the custom emojis. If you become a member, then you automatically will get access to them. So Rollins, you now have access to custom emojis. Yeah, everybody say welcome, Rollins. Welcome. You're on your iPad. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. If you see a spot where you can get a super chat, that's also where the custom emojis are. But I'm not sure how it looks on iPad. Yeah, Rollins, welcome. All right, cool. All right, so like, a third of you or so are already members. So this might be kind of repeat information. You already know how memberships work, but I do just want to give everybody who is new here or who came here to find out about memberships some information. I did make a video that goes through the specific details of how memberships work, how you're charged, what the different levels are, and what you can expect from me in each of those levels. So I definitely recommend checking out that video. I'll probably forget stuff here, but in the video I actually took my time to go through everything. So that's a good place to get information. There's also another video that specifically talks about the book club and the Witches of Color support group, which are two groups that you get access to with your membership, depending on your level. Okay, so you don't have to check those out now. You can go check them out later, but I will talk about like some general information. So first of all, memberships is basically YouTube's new feature. It works a lot like Patreon, and it allows you to select a membership to my channel, and then in exchange get exclusive content that folks who are not members do not get. So like the badges and emojis that we've already been talking about, but also exclusive videos. I'm offering discount codes every month to my shop. Seekers, those are people in the highest level, get access to the book club and a 30% off discount code from Wiser Books. Shout out Wiser Books. And the middle level of membership, the friend level, gets you access to exclusive content. There's already videos on the page that are not accessible to other people, so you get a lot of private stuff. There'll be lives that I do that will just be for members, so I can show you guys some more personal, private things that you might be into. And you get access to the support group in that level as well if you want it. So different tiers, different things that you get access to, but I tried to spread it out to give people kind of a good sampling of, what type of content, what type of interaction you might want to have with me. So that's what membership is. In terms of my membership, there are three options. There is the supporter level, the friend level, and the seeker level. On the supporter level, which is the intro levels, $2.99 a month, you get custom badges. So as you stay a member, your badges will change and upgrade so people can tell how much of an OG you are. So you get custom badges, you get custom emojis. So those are the emojis that people are dropping, and I'll keep adding new custom emojis as time goes on. And you get a 15% off discount code to my shop, BronxWitch Bodega. So if you just signed up as a supporter, Rollins, when you're done here, you can go over to the community tab and scroll down. There's already a discount code for you, so you can already start using it. And that discount code will change every month. So if you're a supporter and, let's say next month you decide you don't want to be a supporter anymore, totally cool. Your discount code won't work for next month. But when you come back on board, then you can have access to the community tab where you can get the month's new discount code. So every supporter gets 15% off in my shop every single month. Rollins says, nice, good. Yeah, I'm glad you like that. Yeah, I was like, it's not just a one-time thing. So every month there'll be a new code posted, and as long as you're a member, you can use that code. So yeah, you can get discount forever, basically. Supporters are super, super, super important. Everybody's really important. Everybody's membership fees contributes to what we're doing with the membership, whether it's the support group or the book club or any of these things. The $150 Zoom subscription I just got, like all those things is covered, is from your membership. But what I decided to do is I wanted to offer financial assistance to anybody who is a witch of color, a BIPOC person who identifies as a witch and wants to be a part of the Witches of Color support group. So if you want to be a witch of color in the Witch of Color support group, you need community, you need support, but financially, it's just too much for you. I want to be able to cover at least a month or two for people. So I'm going to use the supporter membership fees specifically to cover BIPOC witches who need community and support in the support group. So, I really want supporters to know that their contributions really go far, even though it's the, lowest level membership or whatever, and it's only $2.99 a month. I don't want you to feel like that's not doing anything. That is specifically doing something really valuable. I think is really valuable. So shout out to you supporters. Hey, Tater Tots just became a supporter. I need a bell or something. Hey, Josie, you're not late. Never late here. Welcome, welcome. Always welcome. Yes, Tater Tots in the building. Welcome. So your contributions will help a witch of color, or as time goes on, more witches of color to participate in the support group. The second level of membership is the is the friends level. First level supporter, second level friends. The friends level is $5.99. And in the friends level, you get everything that is in the supporter level. So you get the custom emojis, you get the custom badges, and you get the 15% off discount code to my shop. But you also get exclusive videos. Like if you're a friend, then you already have 4 different July Zodiac Tarot reading videos that are not available to the public. So you already have goodies to enjoy. So there'll be exclusive content for you guys. I'll be doing lives that are just for the members, so I can show you like some personal stuff. And that level of membership gives you access to the Witch of Color support group. No, you didn't miss a lot, Ariana. You're already a member, honey, so I'm just updating people on what the membership levels are and what they include, but you probably already know this. And then I'm going to read the winners of our voting and announce the dates of our Zooms and all that good stuff. So just in time. Friends also get, like I said, exclusive content, exclusive videos, exclusive lives I'm going to do so we can do like private, stuff, and access to the Witch of Color support group. Somebody asked a really good question in the live on Monday, which was, if I am not a person of color, but I want to join the friend level, do I have to be in the support group? And the answer is no. You can totally join the friend level, whether you are a person of color or not. It is absolutely open to everybody, and all of the content that is available, all the things, the lives, everything that is available to the friends group is available to you. The only thing that is like an additional thing that you can also get access to as a friend level member is access to the Witch of Color support group if you would like it, if it feels appropriate for you. For the support group, I want to be clear to everybody just how I get down with things. I am a respecter of personal identity and personal identification. I do not play like identification policing games with people. So I am not here to determine for somebody else what it means to be a person of color or what it means to be a witch. Okay? That is for you to decide. If you feel that you are a BIPOC person and you are a witch, those two terms, you identify with them, and you have been perhaps facing struggles in your life or in your magical practice as a result, my intention is for this to be a safe place for people to come together and express those challenges, share those challenges with each other, and hopefully share resources and tools for how we can all learn, how we can all grow, how we can all deal with or overcome some of the unique challenges to being a BIPOC witch. Being a witch is challenging. Being a person of color is challenging. Being a person of color witch is very challenging, and it has its own challenges in terms of witching, lost ancestry, stolen magical practices, having a hard time finding leaders, teachers, things like that. So we have some unique challenges, and I think this would be a great place for us to talk about those things together. So if you identify with those two terms and the support group is for you, feel free to attend the meetings when I post the Zoom links. But if you are not a person of color and you want to get all of the other goodies that come with the friend level, go right ahead. Please join sign up. You do not have to be a person of color to join at the friends level, but I do ask that you be a person of color and a witch in order to attend the meetings. Now, the meetings, the Zoom links are going to be posted on the community tab for friends level and higher. So if you're not friends level or higher, then you are not going to see the Zoom link. So be mindful of that. But it does mean that if you are a friend or a seeker and you're not a person of color, you will still be able to see the Zoom link. There isn't really a way for me to allow only BIPOC witches to see it. So I'm trusting that everyone will be respectful, and that if you are not a person of color, that you will please leave those meetings alone so that people of color can feel comfortable expressing themselves openly in that space. But the Zoom link will be posted on the community tab probably about 24 hours before each session, in addition to me announcing the date and time way in advance. So you're going to find out today our next meeting, which isn't for another week. So I'll announce the day and time way in advance. Then I'll post the link like 24 hours before. Okay, so that's the friend level. And then at the seeker level, which is the highest level, that one is, I think it's $9.99 a month. And the seeker level gives you everything I just talked about, from the badges to the emojis to the discount codes to access to the support group to the exclusive videos, private lives, all of it. But you also get access to this book club that we are pulling together, which I am really excited about. I think this is going to be so much fun, so dope. I know other people do it. I think it's a really great idea. It's not unique or anything, but it's something that we just some people mentioned in the weekly lives. And I started thinking about it and was like, you know what? I feel like I could maybe facilitate a book club. It's definitely work. And I have no idea how much work it's going to become, because I have no idea how many people are going to join, how much engagement people are going to want, and stuff like that. But I'm willing to do it because I think it would be really cool to be reading material and learning material with other witches, so we can throw these things around and not just be learning, in our own bubbles and stuff like that. So, oh, Lady Leo. Lady Leo is here. Lady Aries. Lady Leo. I was just talking about how Lady Aries is the other Lady Fire sign. Isn't that crazy? No problem, Tater Tot. See you next time. Lady Leo says, I love those dried roses on the wall. Thank you. Any significance, or are they just decorative? Yeah, both. They are decorative, but they do symbolize protection for me. They're drying out here, but they're actually going to go on the 4 posts. I have a frame bed, so they're actually going to go on the 4 posts around my bed. But roses connect me with Hecate and are my preferred protective energy. I guess the rose is perfect for me. There's a rose bush outside my mom's house that she planted. So there's just a lot of symbolism with motherly, maternal, nurturing, pollinator feeding energy, but also protection, thorns. I will pick the thorns off of these for protection magic from time to time, or use the roses for protection magic from time to time. So kind of a little of both. So yeah, Lady Aries, Lady Leo, y'all got to get together. And Lady Leo said, how do I join? If you click the description for this video, there's a link that says get member access. That should take you right to the homepage. And there should be a join button. Anthony, who's in the comments, Apufo P, Anthony said that he had trouble signing up on, I think, his phone, and he had to use his laptop to see that join button. So it looks like some devices, the join button might not be there. So if you go to my home channel, BronxWitch, YouTube, BronxWitch, and next to subscribe or whatever, it doesn't say join, then you might need to try a new browser or try a different device. That's what I'm hearing. But yeah, that is how you should be able to join. Yes, fire signs. I'm a Leo over here. So fire signs all day. Oh, Anthony said problem with the iPad only. So yeah, Anthony, that's unfortunately probably why you can't see the custom emoji button too. I think the iPad, I wanted to go live from my iPad and it was like not even an option. So I think the iPad's just kind of limited there. All right. Book club details. So seekers get access to everything, including the book club. So far, what I have worked out. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention the support group is going to meet once a month for now on Zoom. And then if we need more or less, we'll go from there. But we're going to meet once a month. And I'm going to announce the first meeting soon because we voted on that too. But back to seeker level. So for the book club, the book club is going to read one book every 2 months. Okay. So that might sound weird to some folks, but I think this is a good enough pace that whether you think you're a slow reader or you're really, really busy or you're reading other witchy books or what have you, I feel like one book over the course of 2 months is a nice, steady, slow pace that everybody can kind of go with. That way, if you have especially if you have like a really big, thick book, some of the books on the list are kind of big. So this way, basically, the idea is we'll read about half a book every month. And you can take that at whatever pace makes sense to you. You can read the whole half in 2 days, or you can read a tiny bit over the whole course of the month. And we'll come together towards the end of the month, every month, to talk about the book so far. So you can pretty much assume that every time we meet, we'll be talking about half of the book, either the first half or the second half. And for those meetings, they'll be fairly organized. I'll probably have like some passages from the book that maybe were really interesting, or we'll have like a theme for the topic of something to focus us or whatever. But it'll generally be an opportunity for people to talk however they want about the book. You don't like it, you like it. You're not learning anything, you are. You have questions. Does anybody know anything about this topic? Blah, blah, blah. And we can just kind of, witch and bitch, as somebody said. Just sit and talk about it. A lot of the books that I picked do have like exercises and things in them. So we can do those exercises. If there are rituals, if there are spells, we can do them. And we can share them with each other when we do the Zoom. So we'll have like a witchy show and tell where people can like show pictures or, maybe we made puppets or we did something and we can like share that with each other. Every week, I'll also be like commenting in the community tab about, inspirations, of affirmations, quotes, things from the book. So we can talk about it because, YouTube doesn't have the feature yet where you guys can post on the community tab. Only I can post, but then you can comment. So every week I'll leave a post about the book. That way everybody can comment on it, and that can be our way of kind of talking during the week, during the month, week to week, and then once a month actually come together kind of, face to face by Zoom. Lady Leo says, this is exactly what I needed. Yay! Yay! This is the result of you guys telling me what would be helpful to you. So, I'm very happy to hear that because that means that the system works. So I've been just basically trying to listen to you guys. I've been dropping polls on Instagram. I've been doing it now more on YouTube now that we're doing the membership thing. But I basically have just been trying to get feedback from you guys about this type of format stuff. You know what I mean? My spirituality is not up for debate. I have noticed that YouTube commenters seem to sometimes be confused about that. But what is up for debate is like how this channel runs and how this community runs, because it's something that I'm growing with you guys. So Bianca said, witch and bitch, need that on a shirt. So Aliana Brown, shout out to you. Aliana Brown up in the comments mentioned this like 2 lives ago and said we should call it witchin' and bitchin' or witch and bitch. And I was like, that should be a t-shirt for members. And someone was like, I would totally buy that. And I was like, I don't make t-shirts, but my sister does. My little sister just started a t-shirt making company. She prints t-shirts. So I was like, what if I get my sister to make our t-shirts? I think it would be cool for that to be something that maybe like that I tie into your membership somehow. You know what I mean? Exactly. Gang, gang. Like, I feel like gang, gang needs to get it. So I feel like I'm going to take my time and make like a good shirt. That'll give people time for like maybe a month or two to pass. And then people who have higher level badges, maybe when you get to a certain point, you just get the shirt for free. Right? Because if you've been a member, regardless of your level, supporter, friend, seeker, if you've been a member for 3-4 months, you're gang gang. I feel like you should get something for that. So I'm working that out in my head now, but I'm thinking that might be a cool thing for like, you know, all members. When you reach a certain level, you get something from me. And I think Witchin' and Bitchin' merch might be really cool. Also, I have this mug that I showed on my Instagram like forever ago, and I asked you guys what you thought about it, and people said it would be dope to have in the shop, but I haven't gotten it yet. But it's a mug that has like a bong or like a pipe attached to it. So you hold it, but you can also smoke out of it. What if that was the gift for like seekers, gang gang, like top level? You've been in for a minute and you're a seeker, like you get a mug. You know, because mugs ain't cheap. Them shits is like $20. You know what I'm saying? A mug that says Witchin' and Bitchin'. And then like friends could get a t-shirt and supporters could get something else. You guys, I think we just figured it out. I think that is a great idea. And then I can just list those things in my shop if you just want to be gang gang, if you want to fake the funk. And you just want to buy the mug, you buy the t-shirt, or whatever, then you can just do that in the shop, but everybody else can just get one. Bianca says I'm a hoe for mugs. Me too. Me too. I'm actually on a fairly strict mug quota with my husband because of my mug situation. So yeah, I'm kind of on a mug restraining order right now. If I bring in a mug, I have to get rid of a mug in the kitchen. So kind of on a mug hold, because all the mugs that I have are gems at this point, you know, because I've gotten rid of all of my like lower level mugs. So right now, all my mugs are like my VIP mugs. So I'm not willing to part with anybody. So yeah. So anyway, do it. Oh, Josie, you gonna upgrade? Yeah, girl, upgrade. Why not? Tumblers are your thing. Ooh. Maybe tumblers would be cool too for the cold drink witches, right? I shouldn't assume everybody wants a hot cup of tea. Maybe top level, you get to choose between a mug and a tumbler for my iced tea drinkers, my cold brews, my cold brewerias. Okay, we're loving these ideas. We're loving. The comments are loving. Lady Aries says tumblers are great, so tumblers might have to be a thing. I think that actually would be dope. A mug and a tumbler if you're a seeker for a certain amount of time. Somebody said 1 year anniversary. I think that would be really dope. I think that would be really symbolic, Lady Leo, because pretty much a lot of y'all have been here since last year, because we started this when quarantine started and we weren't on Instagram. Well, we were kind of like on Instagram and YouTube, but we were mostly on Instagram. Remember? A year flew by. So I think we could be at a year anniversary like pretty soon, you know, like before you even know it. So yeah, maybe that's what we do. I like that. Thank you for these ideas, guys. I think that would be really, really dope. Yep, Anthony's been here since 2019. Anthony's gang gang OG. Anthony, woo! Anthony goes way back. Anthony, shout out to you, Anthony. Anthony has been, that's Apufo P in the comments, y'all. Say what up to Anthony. Anthony was one of my first customers when I opened my shop on Etsy. So my shop is, I'm now proud to say, on my own website now, bronxwitch.com. Check it out. Shop the bodega. I have a little bit of everything. That's not true. but that's my bodega. Go check it out. But when I first got on Etsy, all my pictures were terrible, and I didn't know where to get stuff. And I was making everything like one at a time. Anthony was over here like showing support, getting my crystals and all that good stuff, getting my candles, getting readings. So shout out, Anthony. Your support. OG gang, people from day one, you guys are the reason why I'm here, because I didn't start BronxWitch to be like, I'm gonna start a spiritual business. This is not how this happened. If any of you know Madre Agua, Grecia Ordonez on Instagram, she basically breathed life into BronxWitch. I have been a solitary practitioner for my entire adult life since I was 15. So my teenage and adult lives since before that, but like officially 15. My teenage and adult life, and I was in hospitality, 15 years in hospitality, bartending and managing bars and restaurants. It never occurred to me that the magic that I was working for myself, sometimes for friends, was something that would become a business. That literally was like a wake up, and by the end of the day, my whole life was different type of thing. So when I first started BronxWitch, and I'm still just starting BronxWitch, but like literally when I first started at the end of 2019, it was really important for people to say like, hey, you're brand new, and you're not tried and true, and you don't have a bunch of reviews, and I don't know much about you or your products just yet, but I got a vibe or I have a feeling, and I'm going to give you a try. So I really, really appreciate people doing that, because someone had to prove to me that it wasn't a crazy idea, and you guys made me feel like, okay, this is maybe not that crazy. People will actually share my magic with me, you know? So I'm new to the internet, the witchy internet world. I know it's weird for a lot of people. I did not even really know there was such a thing. So I just wasn't really tuned in 2018. If you would have been like, oh yeah, witches make a living, some of them, off of their magic, off of the medicinal blends that they make, off of the spells that they cast, off of the divination that they do, I'd be like, okay, yeah, like in Salem, Massachusetts, maybe, because I just really wasn't tuned in to like the internet side of witching. So anyway, that is to say, I very much appreciate you, Anthony, and all of you guys. But super shout out to the OGs, and I think that something like a free mug, t-shirt, something like that is definitely something I need to work on, because I want to say thank you, like, in a fun way. Thank you, Deja. I'm glad I did too. Every day, probably somewhere around 2 p.m., I have a very small panic attack. But then I take a deep breath and I'm able to move forward. But yeah, because I'm very much still in the beginner phase. I don't know really if anybody ever gets out of this phase. So this might just be the phase. But, I'm not at the point yet where I support myself fully. And I'm not yet at the point where I fully know all of like what I'm supposed to be contributing to the world. You know what I mean? So I know what my journey is, and that's what brought me to here. And now I'm basically learning what my journey is as it relates to walking it with you guys. So every day is a little panic attack, because every day I'm like, did I just fucking start a group? Did I just like, obviously there's like 19 of you guys in here. There's like 25 of you that are like really ride or die. Let's be real. That like tune into the lives and really do stuff. And that's beautiful. That's like more than enough for me. But there's technically 7,000 people on this channel that are subscribed to this channel. So 7,000 people could turn up to a book club meeting and expecting like it to be like a worthwhile investment of their time. You know what I mean? So like I have these little panic attacks of like, oh shit, what did I disagree to? but then I do something like this, and all of you guys show up and show me love, and I try to get over it. Eclectic Goddess says, you are so needed in the Witches of Color community. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot, considering that I did not know that there was one, to have someone think that I can contribute to it is big. So, yeah. What else should I mention about the book club? Okay, so we're reading one book over the course of 2 months. We'll be checking in around the end of every month so we can catch up on how everybody's enjoying, about the half-ish mark or so far. And I'll be posting in the community tab just conversation starters every week to keep us chatting, keep us interested. And I think what I'm going to try to do, well, not I think, I know I'm going to try to do this. I don't know yet if I will be successful, but I think it would be cool eventually, as the book club, maybe people start hearing about it, to be able to maybe get some of the authors to be a part of the Zooms and talk to us about the book. You know what I mean? Because one thing that I think is amazing about the witchy community is it's so incestuous. I mean, everyone's doing lives with everyone. Everyone's writing the foreword in everyone else's book. All the witches are hanging with all the other witches. It's very community, and it's freaking beautiful, because I am coming out of the hospitality industry, 15 years of trying to kind of, I don't know if I would say make a name for myself, but basically be a part of the bartending community. And no. And I think we saw that all play out with COVID as the entire industry just collapsed. As we realized that there was no safety net, no network, no community in that industry. At least that's what I learned. I had community with my individual bar employees or coworkers or regulars and things like that, but they were very surface, and they were very much rooted around alcohol and the fun and time we spent drinking. Real community in the hospitality industry I found lacking. And so when I started doing things like starting an online bartending course, and the other things that I did, starting a YouTube channel to teach bartending, teaching at a bartending school, all those things where I was doing, where I turned my attention towards the community, where I was like, hey, I have been making good money as a bartender. Being a bartender has gotten me through, law school. It got me moved out on my own. It's taken care of me. I want to give back, and I want other people to consider bartending as well. And there was no support. There was no support. I actually got made fun of. I posted about my online course in one of the Facebook groups that's very well known amongst the cocktail bartenders, and literally woke up to 45 bashing comments being like, who does this girl think she is? Ha ha, what a joke. You can't learn bartending online. Oh my God, you guys, can you believe it? How dare she charge people for this? Blah, 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 blah. It was bad. So there's just no community in that industry, no support in that industry. So coming here, I was like really blown away that people are the opposite here. So it's rejuvenated my interest in trying to grow community that other people, that serves other people. So that is what I'm doing. I'm just catching up on your comments. Danny said, yes, met you asking if Black women can be witches. Wow. Yes, of course. Wiccan witches. Yes, absolutely, of course. Absolutely, of course. There is place for us and community in all of those things. When it comes to being a Wiccan, I have always been super, super welcomed by anybody else who's ever called themselves a Wiccan. The only antagonism I get, and I see it more here on YouTube, so that's just something I'll have to get used to. The only antagonism that I ever get as a Black Wiccan so far, like putting myself out in the public world. Like I said, I'm, little steps at a time, becoming used to like being in the internet thing. But as I further do that and more people interact with me, the only antagonism that I receive is from Black people. The hoteps, really. Just Black people who are primarily Black people who are rediscovering their spirituality, rediscovering African spirituality, and have gone really intensely into it, and are of the impression that African spirituality is the only right path for a witch if she is Black, or a spiritual person if they are Black. And obviously I disagree completely. And so they're entitled to that opinion. They're just not really entitled to have it up over here. So I tend to delete those comments because I'm not interested. Like I said, my spirituality is not up for debate. But how this channel runs, how we do our groups, when we meet, all that good stuff, totally up for debate. But yeah, so community has been so much easier to find here. And I think what I'm doing now is I'm kind of just like fine tuning it, because my community right now is just basically the whole spiritual community in the internet, like just the whole everybody, which is great, but I think it would be nice to kind of narrow it down a little bit, narrow it down to people who want to read the same books, narrow it down. Oh, you guys, can you see this dove? Wait, let's see. Oh, I don't think you're going to be able to see it because it's so bright outside. Oh, I'm like an idiot. I'm over here. No, I'm touching my screen. Like that's supposed to focus on the dove. Dang. Oh, it's so beautiful too. Wait, fuck. No angle works. Oh, man. I really want you guys to see this beautiful dove that just landed on my windowsill. And this happens all the time, but I have a thing with doves and some of my spirits that send me doves. And I just love that that's happening right now while I'm talking about building this community and finding community with you guys. That's a little sign for me. Ignore me. That's like a me sign. I'm like gushing over. Yeah, like it has to be just one way and one way apparently. Yeah, some people... Danny, I didn't want to practice Obia and I didn't know where to go. Yeah, like, bro, I'm sorry to everybody who's waiting for the announcements on when we're reading and what we're reading and all that. I'm getting back to that. And I'll do another live. Maybe it'll be just members or whatever. Support. We'll definitely talk about this on the support group. I know. But yeah, some people are of the impression that the only right path for you magically is that of your ancestors. But even that statement to me seems so confusing and strange. What ancestors are you talking about? My ancestors come from a handful of places and they would have had different religions, different practices. Even the spiritual folks, even the pagan ancestors of mine would have had different pagan practices, different deities, different things. So which one are you even talking about that you think is so the one and only one for me to follow? And then what ancestors are we talking about geologically, like in time? Are we talking about the ones from 100 years ago, like my African-American ancestors? Because all those motherfuckers were Christian, and every single witchy thing I do, they would have rebuked me to hell for. So when you say practice the practice of my ancestors, do you mean them? Because they were in church all day. Is that what you want me to do? Are we talking about my African ancestors from 500 years ago, from the west coast of Africa, the Benin Togo people, the Dahomey people, the Nigerian people that I come from? Well, okay, because they didn't have the same practices. They have different religions too. Africa's not a monolith. Not all Africans were doing the same thing. So which one of those practices exactly is it that you think is the right one for me? Please tell me. If you want to be in my comments, get in my comments with that information, because you would know something about me that no one knows. That would be prolific. Okay? Are we talking about my ancestors from Homo sapien, from Homo erectus? Are we talking about the ones that did not have language? Are we talking about the ones who did not have religion? Because we should be. Why are we ignoring them? Why are we picking the ancestors from one place and one point in time and saying that's your path? And most importantly, why are you in my comments saying it about me when you have never met me or don't know me from a can of paint? All of this and much more we will explore. We will explore in BronxWitch world. For those of you interested, that's my take. That's about me. I'm sure you guys have your own feedback on that and your own, takes. And the cool thing about Zoom and being able to have like live sessions is you guys can talk back, because I'm trying to read your comments. But it'll be even better if you can chime in. The people that ask questions such as that, do they question white people that practice voodoo? Do they question white folks that practice a certain African religion? Probably. I would assume somebody who takes issue with me not practicing an ATR probably also takes issue with non-Black people practicing an ATR. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, really what it comes down to is maybe they just need to get the hell up out of everybody's BIE. Okay? Because even when it comes to protecting closed practices, which I am 100% for, even when it comes to protecting closed practices, if you are not of that closed practice, it is not actually up to you to say what is and what isn't when it comes to those closed practices. So what I mean by that is you'll get a bunch of people, for example, who don't practice voodoo, are not initiated in voodoo, telling everybody else who should and should not practice voodoo. People who just discovered it, just read a book on it, have such strong opinions about who or who should not be practicing it. No. That is up to the mambos and the hugans and the priests and the priestesses and the elders of and the duly initiated of that practice to say who should and should not be. So if you are just somebody on the internet with opinion, I don't understand why you think you have something to say about it anyway. Yes, you're absolutely right. Closed practices should not be meddled with by people who are not a part of those closed practices. But if you're not in them, then your opinion is worth jack shit, isn't it? Because the members of the closed practice would be the one to say. So when people ask me, should white people practice voodoo? I don't fucking know, because I don't practice voodoo. It is not up to me to say. I know some voodoo practitioners. I could shout them out or tag them, and you could go ask them maybe. But for us to even have a conversation about who should be practicing what, a lot of times to me doesn't even make a lot of sense, because I don't think the people speaking even need to be speaking on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not for me to tell person A what their spiritual path should be, period. No matter who they are, where they're from, what it is. It's just, I don't see that as my place. I'm not here. That's just not what I'm here for. I'm not here to tell anybody what their spiritual path should be. I'd like to help people who want to know how to get on their own spiritual path to do that. I'd like to share how I did that for myself, things I learned, mistakes I made along the way that could maybe help somebody. But to tell you, white person, Black person, Asian person, you should be doing this because X, Y, and Z, you'll never hear that come out of my mouth. That's just not my style. So I just don't get down with that. And then when it comes to, telling a practice who they should welcome, I don't do that either, because those are not my practices. The only thing I can speak on is Wicca. As a Wiccan, I can say who I believe is welcome in this community based on my own experience. But that's about it. Deja says, I was raised Christian, but never found the level of comfort or support in it as I do in witchcraft. It's liberating as fuck. It really is. It really is such a beautiful community. It really is. I just love this community. I love how open it is. I love how diverse it is. I love how trans it is. I love how queer it is. I love how progressive it is. I love it all. I'm loving it all. My aunt is a voodoo practitioner, and she says, hell no. Hell no about what? I just want to make sure I understand what she's saying hell no to. But if it's hell no about somebody being, being not welcome, and hey, she's a practitioner. I'm not, so I can't say. Oh, sorry, Ursa. Yes. Awakening of Tony. No, you're not late. Never late. Never late. Yes, Anthony, catch the recording. Thank you for being here. Sorry, I got off on a tangent. I got off on a rant. We started talking about the book club, which got me talking about support group, which got me talking about being a witch of color. And so I will. White people, that Cajun, that should, white people that Cajun shouldn't practice. Okay, I assume you mean that white people shouldn't practice. Which, listen, yeah, no comment, except to say what I said, right? I don't practice voodoo. I don't practice voodoo. And so I absolutely 100% respect the practitioners and what they view as okay in terms of who practices and all of that good stuff, for sure. Yeah, I was just saying that for people to think that that you have to have a certain practice because of one element of your ancestry or something like that. I personally don't vibe with that message. That doesn't work with me. That doesn't work with my spirits, the way they talk to me, the way my ancestors communicate with me. The ancestors that come through the strongest for me, that I spend the most amount of time just talking to, are my Christian ancestors. They happen to be the more recently departed ancestors, and in this physical world, they were Christians. They would have never necessarily been cool with anything that I do, yet they offer me the most amount of support from the other side. So that's how I know there's more here than just following what the person before you did. Having a spiritual path is about a personal journey that is a lot less about other people, including your own ancestors, than it is about yourself and God, personally. All of that is to say, that's just my view on that kind of stuff. But not closed off to other people's views. But that's just my view, and that those views, they're not really up for debate. I feel like those ones are pretty firmly cemented. So when I get comments like that where people are like, "You're Wiccan and you're not a voodoo practitioner, you must be a voodoo practitioner," I just delete them because I'm like, anyway. But beyond that, those were the details of the different membership levels. Now we will get into, as somebody said, the meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes, why you guys are all here. So the meat and potatoes of it, what's wrong with the mic? I'll get out the new boys. I don't know. So we'll get into the details now. I have everything here on my computer, so I'm pulling up the results for the different votes that we had. So in case you are just walking into the room, over the last week, I put up a series of votes on the community tab for members. So if you're not a member, you were not able to participate in the voting, which makes sense, right? But members were able to vote on when the support group is going to have its first meeting, when the book club is going to have its first meeting, and what book we are going to read first. So I'm going to announce all that now. Okay. So the first thing that I will tell you guys is about the support group. So everyone who is a member and is friend level or higher and is BIPOC and a witch can come to the Witch of Color support group meetings so that we can support each other through these challenges. And with 60% of the vote, we will be meeting on Friday, June 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, and all of this will be posted in the community tab as well. But Friday, June 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, put it on your calendars. That is when the Witches of Color support group is going to have its first support group meeting. Okay. Woo, 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 woo. Joshua, if you want to ask questions, I'm going to tell you right now to get serious with your questions or you won't be here for much longer. Okay? All right, moving on now to the next vote, which is also on a date and time thing. So you guys write that down. Maybe somebody drop it in the comments in case somebody missed it. The very first support group meeting is going to be on Friday, June 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. All right, now the next vote was for the date and time for the first book club meeting. So the book club meeting, the first one, is not going to happen until July because we need to give everybody time to get the book and then start reading the book and make some progress for us to have something to talk about. So the first meeting for the book club is not going to be until the end of July, but I'll be announcing the book now. So you have time to get it before the 1st of July, and around the 1st of July, you can start and have a few weeks to hopefully get about halfway through. So our very first Zoom meeting to discuss the first half of our first book is going to be, with 56% of the vote, Saturday, July 24th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Saturday, July 24th, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. No, palmistry is definitely not a joke. One of my dear friends is a great palm reader. So it's absolutely not a joke, but your question was not really serious. So I'm giving you the opportunity to settle down and hang out or ask serious questions. All right. Moving on. So now we get into the good stuff because everybody wants to know what book we're going to be reading. So I'll start off by saying the topic that has won. Now, we had a tie, so thank you guys so much for chiming in the emergency tiebreaker question that I posted late last night. I was like, oh my gosh, we have a tie. We can't have a tie in this. We need to have an answer. So there was a tie with 38 and 38% of the vote for ancestral veneration or spirit communication / divination. So we needed to get a tiebreaker. I threw up a tiebreaker. If you didn't see it, you didn't see it. What can I say? But I sent out a tiebreaker, emergency tiebreaker, and with, let me see the amount, because it was a lot. Did I put it on here? Yes, with 60% of the vote, we are going to be going with ancestral veneration. Ow, 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 ow. So, okay, Joshua, you are out of here. Lo siento, you had your chance. Okay. All right. So can you, my administrative folks, where's Mariah when you need her? You guys let me know if you can still see comments from Joshua Benjamin. I hid the comments, so now I can't see the comments, but I don't know if he's still able to comment and you guys are, because I don't want you to be annoyed by silliness either. So you guys just let me know if you can still see that person. Nope, gone. Cool, great, thank you. Awesome. All right, back at it. Okay, so ancestral veneration has won. Woo, woo, woo. Low key, I kind of wanted that to be our first topic too. Okay, but I'm very excited. Ancestral veneration has won, which means that the top choice in the ancestral veneration category is going to be our first book. And scrolling through, in the topic of ancestral veneration healing, with 56% of the vote, we are reading Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. And everybody knows that I'm totally biased. That's what I wanted. I'm very excited. Super, super happy. I did mention in the live that I, wanted that to win. So I may have been an unfair influence in the vote. but I couldn't help myself. I really do want to read this book, and I feel like this is going to be super, super helpful to us. I also kind of feel like, the support group, we will not be talking about the books that we're reading because, I want them to be separate. If you don't want to be in the book club, you don't have to, read the books to do the support group, and vice versa. But I do feel like it's probably one of those things that I'll pull maybe exercises and stuff from to facilitate our conversations in the support group, because that is, the book is about healing ancestrally and all that good stuff. And I assume that, the support group would have use for that topic too. So anywho. Yay, Deja. So Deja gifted me Sacred Woman. Thank you so much. So I already have a copy. I'm good to go. Deja, you got one for yourself. Way to plan ahead. Way to plan ahead. Awakening of Tony said I needed this book. So yes, this is a good excuse to get it. Now, it is by Queen Afua. Josie, that's pronounced, that's spelled A-F-U-A. Queen Afua. She's been making headlines lately because she was just on the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett Smith, but she's like a spiritual advisor to a lot of celebrities like Erykah Badu and stuff like that. But before that, she wrote this book 20 years ago about healing ancestrally, especially as a woman, but not necessarily just as a woman, but she definitely orients it through, ancestral healing through the womb and things of that nature. But I think anybody, if you have an ancestor, which is all of us, can benefit from ancestral healing, whether you take your cues from African spirituality or not. So that's her point of reference, is African spirituality. I think she works with like Ma and like the Egyptian deities a lot, but I think anybody probably can benefit from it. So that is why it was on the list. Ooh, it's on Amazon for just $12. Ooh, by the end of the day, you guys, the book club books will be on my Amazon storefront. Thank you for pointing that out. So if you're having trouble finding it, I'm going to make it easier, and I'm going to list it on my storefront. If you go to my storefront now, I have all the books and all the tarot decks that I talk about in videos, but I'm going to also list the book club books as well to make it easier for people, okay? Wiser Books has been awesome enough to hook us up with a super huge 30% off discount. This book is not a Wiser book, unfortunately, folks. So it's by Random House, so you will have to pay full price. But like somebody said, Hara said, it's only $12 on Amazon right now. Yay, Josie's upgrading so you can be in the book club. Awesome. Join us in the book club. I think this is going to be super dope. Like I said, my ultimate goal is to actually have authors or contributors to these books to actually, maybe come and talk to us. And that's something that's super cool about this community. Oh, that's what got me talking about community. The fact that I feel like I could actually reach out to a lot of the authors on our list and maybe hear back from them. You know what I mean? Like in the bartending world, like, good luck. But this community is so different, and I love it. And I really feel like, just because someone wrote a book doesn't mean they're not accessible. In fact, they probably really are. And the fact that they wrote a book is a sign that they want to be accessible. So I'm going to try to, use that to our advantage. And if some of these authors are willing, maybe they can swing by a Zoom meeting and come talk to us about their book and stuff like that. So, I'm definitely going to want to make the book club really interactive and exciting for you guys. So, Ursa, I struggle with ATR perspectives as a Caribbean. This honestly intimidates me. I'm excited, scared. That's probably a good thing. Yeah. Ursa's Dominican, Danny's Jamaican. Oh, Caribbean in the house. Tony's Caribbean. All right. The Caribbean is holding it down. I love Jamaica. My husband and I have been to Negril several times. So fantastically beautiful. So this should be exciting. So that is the winner of our vote. We are going to be reading Sacred Woman by Queen Afua. Our first meeting to discuss the first half of the book is going to be on July 24th, Saturday, July 24th at 1 in the afternoon. And support group folks, there's no book or anything to read before our first meeting. So we'll be meeting a lot sooner. We will be meeting on Friday, June 25th. So that's next week, Friday at 7 p.m. All times are Eastern Standard Time. And I will be posting these things on the community tab to help you guys out if you don't recall all that. We should do a birthday happy hour. Like my birthday? Yes. That's a good idea. I'm not bartending though. I'm tired. Am I blurry? I got one of these little cameras and it like auto focuses. So every time I move my hands or do something, it like fucks with it. So I hope that's not too annoying. Seeker has book club privileges. Yes, yes. Friend or supporter, friend, seeker. Friend level gives you access to the support group, though you don't have to join. You can absolutely be a person who is not a person of color and be a friend. But if you are a person of color who is a friend and you want to be in the support group, then you can come to those meetings. And if you are a seeker, then you don't have to be in the book club, but you can come to the book club meetings and you'll get all the book club posts and be able to vote and get the book club discount. The seeker, the 30% off Wiser discount is only available to the seekers. So, yes. A couple of funny things from the votes that I will share with you guys because I was not expecting this. Okay, so one of the questions is about the second runner-up, or what was almost the top choice for topic, which is divination/spirit communication. With 56% of the vote, you guys chose The Inner Temple of Witchcraft by Christopher Penczak. I was not expecting that. I want to read that book. It falls into the category, obviously, but I did not expect you guys to want to read that book at all. So crazy. I need you to send some good witchy vibes my way. I'm launching a business soon. Yes, everybody send witchy vibes. Drop some BronxWitch emojis if you're a member. Otherwise, send like the hands up. Send some good vibes to Lady Leo. Start that business. Yes. Yeah, Ursa says, I can't wait to know how you all see the world with similar foundations. Isn't that nice? That's what I want too. Like, you know, I give my little spiel kind of on where I come from in terms of like where I'm at, but I want to know what other people feel, and with people who are not trying to like shove their views down your throat. Like, everybody is on their own walk. Let's be on our own walk and share it with each other. Why does my walk need to be yours to be valid? You know? Okay. You see those emojis, Lady Leo? Soak that in. Ursa Luna said that she is adding your name to their prayers tonight. So I pray that you receive that. Receive those prayers. Get that vibe. Do you have that pen in your shop for the smoke blends? No, I don't, because this is a pen for smoking liquid. I won't say what it is because then YouTube gives me a hard time. I had to like appeal my last video. It's liquid, it's oil, and I sell loose herb. So you would need a different type of situation to do that. But I do sell crystal pipes to smoke. So if you are buying my smoke blends and you don't have something to smoke it out of, that's okay, because I've got pipes for you. Rose quartz is still in stock. I think amethyst just sold out, but I think tiger's eye's there. So grab yourself a crystal pipe, and you can also get pre-rolls from me. So they're already rolled for you, so you don't have to worry about smoking them out of anything. So. But yeah, so that was one of the surprises, was Christopher Penczak with 56% of the vote. Then in the category of African spirituality, The winner here was a book called Grasping the Root of Divine Power, which is an independently published book by a gentleman whose name I cannot pronounce because it's one of these African spirituality names, HRU, which I assume stands for something. Yuya T. Asan. I know I'm probably messing that up, and it cuts off before the end. But that was the winner for that category. An author that I didn't think a lot of people would have heard of. So that was kind of cool. In the topic of herbalism, herb magic, the winner there was The Four Elements of the Wise by Evo Dominguez, who wrote The Four Agreements. That is a wiser book. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I think that was it. Those were the other winners. So if we had chosen those topics, then those would have been the winners. So the voting is going to happen. Sorry, Ursa. That's me making assumptions that I should not. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I try to refer to everybody as they and their because with handles, you just don't know. And I try not to assume. So my bad for misgendering you, my bad. But so now I know, and hopefully you are okay with me referring to you as they from time to time, because I just try to refer to everybody as they as much as I can. Texas Democrat says hi. So those are the winners in the other categories. If we had chosen those, and they would win. So I realize in order to make it fair, you get to choose how long you be a member. You don't have to be a member forever. So if you don't want to read this book, then you can cancel your membership for July, and you don't have to be a member for July and August while we read this book. But you, to me, it makes sense that every time we read a book, the people who are members at that time should be able to vote on the book. You know what I mean? So the votes that we cast this week will start all over again when we vote for the next book in August. Okay? So if you didn't vote this time around, that's okay. There'll be another vote in August and another one in October, another one in December, whatever. That way people who are members at the time can vote for the next book, as opposed to me just moving on to the next category or whatever from this round of voting. Does that make sense? Does it make sense what I'm saying? I could, the next book could just be the next highest thing that we voted for from these votes. But I don't want to do that, because 2 months from now, we're going to have a whole new batch of people as members, and they should get to vote for what the next book is going to be. So every 2 months, we'll be voting again. And every month, I'll be putting up a poll to help us choose the best date and time for the session, because it won't be the same date every month. That way, everybody gets a chance to come. Maybe sometimes it'll be in the afternoon. Maybe sometimes it'll be in the evening. Sometimes it'll be a Friday. Sometimes it'll be a Saturday. It'll generally always be like the third-ish week of the month to give people time to read enough of the book and be a part of it. But I will leave it up to the democratic process to choose when we meet. So that way it's not like, oh, I can't do Mondays at 7 for book club meetings, so I can't even join this book club. No, join the book club and then make sure you vote on what time we meet to discuss the book. So hopefully a time that's best for you is what's chosen, okay? And so we'll do the same with the book. Join up for the membership, vote in the votes, and you'll actually have a say in what book is being read during your membership. That way, if you want to tap out after the next book or what have you, then you can do that. And the book that we're reading every month is decided by the people who are actually members, as opposed to people who were members months ago. Yes, it is fair. Yes, it is a little bit of work for me. I don't want to say yet that it's a lot, because I honestly don't know. And I'm trying to just tell myself that no matter what it is, I can handle it, because I'm being led to do this. And I don't believe that I would be led to do something that I cannot handle. I may have to think smarter, not harder. I might have to prioritize things. Like you said, Lady Leo, I might have to make time for self-care and be, open and honest. But let me tell you something about industry and about the whole community thing. This is the only community I have ever been in where somebody who had an entire business, followers, people depending on them, can literally say, I need time for myself. I'm going to shut my page and my whole shop down for like a month. And have everybody in the comments be like, yes, take your time. Yes. See you when you get back. That would have never, can you imagine me as a bartender, bar manager, just being like, hey, listen, guys, so I can't be working these shifts right now. It's not good for my mental health. I just need to step away. I know there's only 3 bartenders on the staff, but, I just need to take this time for me. They'd be like, oh my God, what a really nice and polite way for you to quit. So kind of you. Bye. Right? He wouldn't have no job. No. So I'm blown away. Blown away at the beauty of being in a community where if this gets crazy, I do feel comfortable enough that I don't want to, just because, I'm a Leo, so I have to carry myself in a certain way in a public light. But I am getting better at just being honest and real, and I feel a lot more comfortable in this community than in any other one I've ever been in. To be honest with you guys, if it becomes too much or if I need help or what have you. So I'll try to be really open with you guys about that. My biggest fear, like I said, is taking on too much and then letting people down, because I know that what we're creating here is community. It's not, like just fun. It's fun. I hope it's fun. I hope everybody's having a good time and it's fun. But I do also hope that people are being like edified, satisfied, fulfilled in some kind of way. So I would hate for people to get used to that and then not be able to be there or have to cancel meetings or stuff like that. So yeah, I'm just saying it's not a lot of work. It just is work, and I'm going to learn how to handle it and all of that. But yes, because I'm super committed to, making each month, like giving people the opportunity to come in and out every month and not. I think I just heard a catastrophe at my door. You okay? I didn't get soup or anything. Okay. We ordered takeout, and I think my husband just dropped it. Just say they did it. I know, right? Yikes, what happened? I know. I heard that, and it like shocked my whole. I was like, okay, I think we're all good. Yeah, we ordered food, and I think he dropped it at the door, getting it from the delivery person, and now they're having a discussion about it. Everything is okay because I'm hungry. Everything is okay. Everybody's saying good vibes to my fish. Fish is okay. Send good vibes to my fish, you guys. But yeah, so I do feel a lot more comfortable in this community, being honest with you guys about that. But hopefully it won't come to that. I'm being led to do this, so we're doing this. And it's going to be a lot of fun. And edifying and all that good stuff. And yeah, but I do want to hold new votes and all of that every month, so that you don't feel like you have to be a member forever in order to know what's going on or to actively participate in all that stuff. And that's why the votes for the next book will be so, ahead of time. Thank you, Bianca. Thank you. Thank you. That's why the votes will be so ahead of time, so that I can post what the next book is going to be. People have plenty of time to either, to get the book and also to sign up for a membership. Yeah. So I think that this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. So yeah, so this is supposed to be a Q&A. I just did a whole bunch of A. Are there cues at this point? I feel like I covered everything. Ursa said the emotion and vulnerability was palatable in the announcement video. It's the reason I'm here. Ironically, when you left for a while, we appreciate you and want you healthy and happy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was just like, I was feeling very, I don't know, I was feeling kind of like this community seems like it's really different than anything I've ever experienced, but I also wanted to kind of like test it out. And I was like, let's test this theory. I'm going to show y'all my quarantine belly and my thunder thighs and just keep it real with you and see what happens. And here we are. Here we are. Lady Leo says the only way that I can let you guys down is by not taking care of myself, because energy is genuine and everything you do seems to come from the heart. Thank you. That's what I love about this group. Everyone is supportive of each other. Palpable, not palatable. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that was the wrong word. Yes, palpable, not palatable. Though hopefully it was palatable, because, you know, that'd be bad if it wasn't. Deja, please. You have an excuse for your quarantine belly, and you will be dropping yours off at a location soon enough. Yeah, Bianca, that's how it was, because I'm really not like that. I don't know if you guys noticed, like I'm a little bit, I'm working through it. I'm one of those people who takes way too long to record a video, way too long to edit a video, because I'm trying to make everything just right. Oh my God, you guys should have seen me. I have another YouTube channel that I don't post on anymore, if you guys want to lurk and be creepy. It's called Rockstar Bar Girl. And like 7 years ago, I started a YouTube channel to teach bartending for free online, because I was like, for a lot of reasons, I just wanted to do that. I had taught at a bartending school and I wanted to teach it for free online. So it is the Leo in me, 100%, you know. So I started this online YouTube thing, and when I tell you, I would sit there and like edit out, like if I said the wrong word, I would find the right word at another part in the video. I would detach the audio. I would bring that over to where I said the wrong word. I would dub that over myself, saying the wrong word. I would transition it just right to try. I would literally spend hours of editing time trying to do movie quality edits to make it look like I didn't say the wrong word. You know what I mean? Instead of just like putting something up on the screen that said, oh, I meant to say this. Or even better, just being like, fuck it, you know what I meant. You know what I mean? But that's how I am. Eclectic Goddess, listen, you are not a Leo, okay? It's a disease. It's a disease. Leos are particularly concerned with how they present themselves. It doesn't mean that we have to be perfect. We need to be perfect for the situation. And because that channel was a channel where I was supposed to be teaching, and I was supposed to be like something of an expert in an area, I needed to be perfect in that presentation. You know what I'm saying? Like a Leo will cry in front of you, but only if crying in front of you is appropriate for how that Leo is trying to portray themselves, right? I always call Leo performers, right? We take our life roles very, very seriously. And the way we are coming across as we are operating in those roles, we take very seriously. So we do take ourselves a little too serious. Eclectic Goddess, you a Scorpio. Oh, so you wouldn't have even started a channel because you wouldn't want nobody to know your secrets. You wouldn't even putting your shit on YouTube. You'd have been like editing videos. Oh, can't nobody know how I make my mind your business. You will not know this. Yeah, no. So you don't relate to this. No. And if you were going to do something like that, they're gonna get you how they get you. You're not editing all day. No. Ding, ding, ding. That's right. I know my Scorpios. My bestie is a Scorpio. I know my Scorpios. I've known that girl for 20 years. There is shit I know I don't know about her. I know I don't know. She knows everything about me because I'm Leo. We're open books. You know what I'm saying? I can't hold it back. We're hanging out together and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, okay, so this is what's going on. You know, but her, I know there are crimes. When I say I know there's like criminal activity and shit that I don't know about her after 20 years of deep personal friendship, because that's just how Scorpios always gonna keep a couple things in the pocket. So anyway, if a Leo has cried in front of you, then you must have been a trusted person. Trust and believe. Yes, you must have been a trusted person. You know, or perhaps there was a reason why crying at that moment was advantageous. It may, the Leo may have realized that would make them endearing in the moment, and it could have been advantageous. But yeah, there's a calculated part of it. That calculation can be great. It means when we work on something and we present something to you, it's going to be great, right? When you guys do this book club, I'm going to have it put together. You're not going to feel lost in the sauce. It's going to feel organized, and it's going to feel like there's some structure and somebody knows what the hell is going on, and you know where to get information, and the technology's not fucked up, and the Zoom meetings work, and you know, all that stuff. That is important to me, to how I portray myself, and that's going to benefit all of us. But the downside of that is I have a list that's this freaking long of shit I want to make for you guys, video topics that I want to address, things that I think you could really use that I haven't done because I'm busy trying to make sure that I can give the perfect presentation. And I am working on that, and you guys are helping me work on that by being so understanding and supportive of what I'm doing. It helps me to remember that, like, look, just get the information out there. If you say the wrong word, if the lighting's not perfect, if freaking, there are so many videos I don't make because of the noise that's going on outside. And is it really that bad? Like, is it really I mean, if you guys say for real that noise is killing you, because like there's a part of me that it's like, I want to go downstairs and choke somebody, but that is coming from me being concerned that it's taking away from the experience of the video or the quality of the video. And the reality of it is, it probably isn't, you know, but that is something I'm working on with myself. And I feel like doing the membership and doing these clubs, the book club, the support group, is going to help me with that, because I can't sit and wait forever. I have to get the polls done. I have to get them done. I have to get the information to you guys. I have to post, you know, like the post that I put on my Instagram and on the community tab that just said it's time to vote. Yeah, that was going to be a whole thing. That was going to be like a little video of a screen capture of me going to the site and like clicking on the community tab and clicking on the vote button or whatever. And I was just like, why though? Like, just put the words, go vote. So that's basically what I did instead. And you know, that's hard for me, but I'm getting better at that stuff. And I think this is going to force me to make more content as opposed to editing more content. Okay. It's okay. We're focused on you. Oh, thank you. My favorite are the sirens during the live reading. Keep the noise. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing. Somebody had said that to me a long time ago in my very, very, very first video. A siren went by and I just stopped and I went, really? And in the comments, they were like, when you said really to the sirens, I knew I was going to like you, so I followed. And I was like, oh, okay. Actually, I thought that was like a mess up. You know what I mean? Because I just like could not edit it out. It was like smack in the middle of something important that I was saying. So I had to leave it. And yeah, so yes, I am becoming, more and more aware of it. Yo, that's why we talk about astrology at the beginning of the lives. The more I learn about it, the more I see it in my actual life. And the more it helps me to actually pay attention. 5 years ago, I did not have my birth chart pulled. And I understand so much more about myself ever since I did my birth chart and also got some readings. Like, it matters, you know? Noise adds to the character. Okay, thank you. That I'm going to tell myself that the next time something loud happens during one of my recorded videos and I want to scream. Because I feel bad, I feel like I don't like that. Sometimes I watch videos and the quality is really poor and there's noise and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, this video, like, I'm having a hard time watching this video. So I don't want to do that to people. In the process of finding someone to do a birth chart for me. Pam Gregory has on her website a birth chart generator and stuff, and also I think resources. I don't know if you can get readings with her, but I link her in my live videos in the description box. I link a couple of astrologers, and I think she has like a birth chart site. But just follow astrologers. Follow astrologers like, Elysian Tarot, Braca Goldsmith. I don't know if she does like readings and stuff, but yeah, follow astrologers. Okay. The reactions are so good. Okay, yeah, I'm trying not to stress them so much and trying not to. I cannot tell you how annoyed I get at myself. I get annoyed at myself when I'm recording something and I'm stopping because of my asshole neighbors upstairs who are stomping around, or their dogs are barking, or there's people, yelling outside, or music or something. I stop what I'm recording because it's so distracting to me that I stop, and then I have to start over. And then I'll be editing and the sound won't even pick up in the damn video. Stuff like sirens and airplanes and stuff like that gets picked up, but someone will maybe yell outside, or a car will go by too loud, and I'll stop because I can hear it and I think that the video can hear it. And then it turns out that the video can't even freaking hear it. I'm over here stressed for nothing. I'm working on it, guys. I'm not going to take as long making videos. I agree with Bianca. Sometimes the environment acts as confirmations. That has happened before too, for sure. Yes, where sirens have popped up at like interesting times in the reading. So I'm trying, guys. There's no Q&A button on YouTube. I don't think. So if you have any questions about membership, about the book club, about the support group, about the channel, I'll take general channel questions or things like that too now, before I let you guys go. So I want to make sure I answer any questions. Of course, you can always drop questions down below if you're watching this on the replay, or if something comes to you later. But now is a good time to ask your questions. So I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to try to answer a lot of questions in the comments, because like you guys said, like, trying not to do too much work. I've made a video discussing membership in detail. I've made a video discussing support group and book club in detail. I have made several posts. I'm now doing this live, which will be publicly available. So, at some point I'll have to just say, watch the videos, tune in to the next live, So now's a good time. Pregnancy brain activated. No worries. Everything is going to be posted on the community tab. Yes. All of the dates for the meetings, the category and first book that we are reading, will be posted in the community tab for you guys. Be mindful, the community tab will only really have information based on your level. So for example, if you are a supporter level, you won't see the things that I'm referring to that are for the friend or the seeker level. So for example, the Wiser Books discount code, only seekers can see that on the community tab. So be mindful, if you can't see something on the community tab, it might be because it's only available to a level that you are not a part of. But I do try to post publicly reminders for people so that you remember to go to the community tab in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if YouTube, like, how YouTube puts the posts on the front page? Like if I post in the community tab, it'll pop up on the first page as I put up a post. But I don't know if I put a members only community tab, if it'll pop up on your front page like that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to do a public post to say, hey, I posted members only stuff. Go check it out. So can we expect different tiers for all video types? For example, simple versus advanced spell videos for members, same with vlogs, rants. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I see what you're saying. So basically, you're just making sure that members only videos will include material that is accessible to beginners, advanced, or whatever, however you categorize yourself. I categorize myself as a beginner, guys. I know that's, it's been a long journey, but especially being that I'm doing publicly, it's like re-evaluating and redoing everything, because now it's for like public consumption. So it's re-approaching everything. So anyway, whatever you consider yourself, yes. There will be smatterings of everything, like, because everything I do, like honestly, I feel like it will be a long time before I do anything that I would qualify as advanced, because I really wouldn't want to make a video that was only for people with a certain level of expertise or certain experience or a certain, craft skill level or what have you, without having already made videos about the introductory stuff anyway, you know? So, so pretty much everything that I make, I think, comes from a perspective of being really accessible no matter where you are starting, at least for now. I think it'll be, quite a while before I start making content that requires a certain level of expertise, because I would first want to have already made the content for the beginner stuff, and I haven't made that yet. You know what I mean? So definitely, whether you're a member or not a member, the content that's going to be released, I would say, is going to be user friendly. So beginner friendly, advanced friendly. When it comes to just starting out, I will include beginner information, and resources and things like that. And when it comes to, maybe like advanced topics, I think that would only fall in the course of like things I share about my own personal experience that maybe aren't beginner anymore. But it wouldn't be like, oh, you're only going to get this if you're a certain level. It's just going to be like, oh, I'm at this level now. You might not be at this level yet, but this is where I'm at, and I'm sharing it with you, because maybe it'll be helpful either way, or one day you'll need this video or find it useful. You know what I'm saying? So because I don't consider myself an expert in anything or like advanced in anything, I've just been doing things for a long period of time. So that has given me the opportunity to make mistakes, grow in certain ways, find resources and things like that. So I've had time to do stuff, but I don't consider me or the stuff that I can share to be like inaccessible to really anybody. Rollins says, is this a place here I can talk to folks about the tarot system? Yes, absolutely. So I'm a tarot reader. I love tarot. Tarot has been my form of divination for pretty much my whole journey. I first started learning about Wicca and spirituality when I was 12, and I bought my first tarot deck when I was 15. And it's been my method of spirit communication, higher self-communication, ever since. So I definitely talk about tarot as much as I can. I feel like my tarot readings are kind of teacher-y. And I know some readers that actually like intentionally don't talk about the cards from the perspective of like, this is the Three of Swords and this is what this energy is with this card. They will just talk about the energy and they won't talk about the specific cards. And I totally respect that. But I have a different approach. I just show you the card and I talk to you about what that card might traditionally mean. And I'll talk about imagery and stuff like that because well, first of all, that's just like my style, but also because, you know, I don't think it's like a secret. Like, I want you to know that this is the Three of Swords and this is what it maybe traditionally means. And I want you to know the reasons why I'm feeling what I feel about it for you so that you can feel what it feels for you too, you know? So we do talk quite a bit about tarot. And I think everybody who follows here is like into tarot, you know, like people who tune into the weekly lives are coming to receive a message. But I think like 7 times out of 10, they pull tarot for themselves too. So yeah, so there's a lot of tarot talk here. I have a couple of videos that I made about getting started on your tarot journey, and I definitely intend to make more videos for you guys. And to loop that into to Ursa's question, the videos that I make on tarot, for example, yes, I have been reading tarot for 15 years for myself, professionally for like the last couple of years. But even then, I can't imagine that I would be making a tarot video about a topic that was like quote unquote advanced, especially if I hadn't already made like the introductory versions of that same, you know, video. So just because I've been doing something for a long time doesn't mean that that's like the perspective I come at the channel with, you know, at all. Because like I said, I'm kind of starting over in some ways. So I'm kind of just doing that on camera, you know. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like we'll get deeper in the videos as a group. You know, like I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to talk about this thing that I'm doing now in 2021 as a witch before I ever talk about how I was doing it, you know, in 2000 and, oh my God, no, in 1999 or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So I hope that answers that. I might eventually, this might be too much to talk about now because it's probably quite a ways in the future. But I do think that a tarot group might be cool, you know, or like not even a tarot group. Actually, somebody already had this idea that we should do like tarot sleepovers for the members. I think that would be a really dope thing to do with members because I'm not getting in pajamas with everybody on YouTube. Sorry. But with the members, I will definitely get cozy. We'll get comfy. Flip it around, show you the other side of my room. You know, I think that would be really, really cool. Like just a fun thing to do. Actually, maybe that's not so far off. Maybe that's just one of the things that we do in like members' lives. We might have some just like sleepover. Somebody said birthday happy hour. Maybe we do something like that. Like for my birthday. Oh my God, what if we do a birthday sleepover for the members? Not sleepover, like pajama party. For the members, a tarot pajama party. We'll get in our PJs. We'll make ourselves cocktails or mocktails. We'll roll our herbals and we'll like pull cards. We'll pull cards for me for the year. So pull cards for me for the year. My birthday. I can get readings from you guys. Does that not sound like fun? Let's do that for my birthday. Yes. Oh, I love how I brought my charger in here and didn't plug it in. Now my battery's dying. Yes, let's do that. All right, anywho, we're off topic. But this is perhaps a precursor to how much fun we're going to have in like our other little Zooms and stuff. But I think I answered everybody's questions. I don't see any more members related questions popping up. If you are watching this on the replay, I will do, all the links above if it hasn't happened already in the video, with links to the members info video, to the info video about the book club and support group, and any other posts or things that I have made to help give you more information if we didn't cover everything today. But I think we talked about everything at this point. All right. So I'm so excited that so many of you are already members. For those of you who are planning on joining, especially if you are interested in the book club, no need to join until July, because you already know what the book is. You just need to go ahead and get it for yourself and start reading. You know when we're going to have our first session, July 20. I don't want to say the wrong date, so you remember whatever it was. Because we won't be doing much book club stuff until then, save yourself the dough and wait till July and join, start reading, and be there for the first meeting. And for those of you who joined already just to show support, just to be a part of the voting process, just to engage and just show your excitement for it, I thank you so much, because you doing that has made me, just confident that this is a great idea, and that there's going to be enough people who are interested for it to really grow and be something fun. So yeah, thank you for showing me that bit of confidence and excitement. I appreciate it. And Ursa says excitement intensifies. Yes, I second that emotion. My excitement has intensified as well, especially because I can't believe that like 20 plus people came in here at one point. So that's exciting. Ooh, ooh. All right, guys, thank you so much. Hasta luego. See you next time. Thank you for being here. Yes, you have a good one. Bye, Divination Witch. Oh, I don't know if I said hi to you. When did you get here? Hi. Hi. You have a good one as well. Bye, Danny. Bye, Deja. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you, Ursa. Bye, guys. Blessings. Cool beans. All right, guys. Oh, stay tuned, because I have some fun videos coming out for you guys, members and non-members. So sending love. Thanks for being here. Blessed be. Bye.